Ladies and gentlemen, my Savagites, it's going to be a hell of a night. You are now tuned into Savage Calm Entertainment with your boy, the Aqua Omega Alpha, Jim Savage. You are tuned into Jim at Night. Oh yes, what a night, my Savagites. How's everybody doing out there? Put a 1 in the chat if you're doing well. Put a 2 if you're not doing so good. I'm going to try to cheer you up with some of this news that we have going on here. Let's get it out the way. Subscribe to the page if you haven't subscribed. Hit those like buttons. We need that YouTube algorithm to go up, and up. All right. And if you like this content, please hit up that Cash App, $security strong. Thank you for looking out. All right. So I'm Jim Savage. This is Jim at Night. And I got a couple of things I want to discuss with my Savagites today. I know y'all like that word. My new shit. It means I'm building a whole nation of savages. All right, let's see here. Savage. Yes. All right, let's get to the comments. We got a 1 and a 2 from Lily's doing good, but not so good, but good enough to be doing good. That's good. That's good. Just let y'all know, it's still there. It's started up there at the top. So yes, the link will always be open the whole time I'm up here. And you're able to come up and debate, or talk about what I'm about to talk about, or what I am going to talk about, what I did talk about. But we're here to spread the love. We're here to talk about it. All right. So now first, I'm going to go to my mini news that I have here, the things that I was just thinking of going through Facebook. That's my news right now. So they have a lady out there named Yanni Punani. Beautiful name. Sounds like she's from Africa. Um, Yanni Punani is obsessed, obsessed. I'm sorry I can't show you the videos, but she's obsessed with sucking ghost dick. Get that popping. Put that in your heads, ladies and gentlemen. Yanni Punani is addicted to ghost dick. I don't know how that's possible, but she goes around like nodding her like you got to see it. You got to look it up. Look it up, please. Yanni Punani is putting on a performance outside, inside. Her mother was there. She still couldn't stop herself from sucking that ghost penis. All right. That's one part of the news. In dangerous things, we have a young boy. Well, first of all, before we say all this, I believe in 2022, when you see the video, I posted that shit too. And she was like, it was lame, but had me going. She was like really sucking some ghost. She like it wasn't, you know, I don't know. She wasn't really good at it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. But like I was saying, in 2022, I believe that there's gonna be a slap pandemic. It's gonna be a slap pandemic. I mean, people are starting already. The Will Smith story is not coming to an end, but it's coming to a little linger. It's lingering around, but people are bringing it back up with the gesture of smacking the shit out of people. I don't know if it's the year of the pimp spirit and everybody is coming out, but there was a dude, there was a big brawl in a tennis match where a guy hauled off his right up in this dude's face, smacked him. He like there's nobody punching no more. I don't know. I think like I work security, right? And like we're very dangerous. We're trained. We're very dangerous. And I had to make a rule for myself when I turned 30, still doing security, to start doing open hand smacks when it comes down to putting people in check when they're out of line. The security it's mostly about your words. Trust me, I didn't fight. I was always about the words. But sometimes you have to take your baby powder, sprinkle it on your palm. I have big palms, so I'll probably just put the whole bottle on my shit and smack the fuck out of his face. Slap pandemic is about to be a slap pandemic. I'm telling you, everybody wants to be like Will. Will it here, will it there, will it everywhere. You even got T.I. jumping on stage. He know better than smack a lady, but he was cursing her out, making himself look guilty, very guilty, yelling at a comedian for making jokes, yelling at a comedian for making jokes. Oh my gosh, what has the world come to? I almost got canceled myself this morning. Not gonna get into that. Shout out to my man Steve. Yeah, shout out to my man Steve, man. You know what I'm saying? Me, like, we're been, man, you know, my man checked me, man. And I appreciate that, man. He checked me and I had to reevaluate the situation and then take the steps to go back and forth and check myself. He was absolutely right. And so as men came together and you know, our Christian Mingle friend Willie, Weezy is a problem. He was the mediator. He was the mediator. He was like, guys, this is our first argument between the team. And you know what? We have this is great. This means we're communicating, we're getting things, we're getting the bad all over with, so we get the good in there. And, you know, you can't do nothing but just like, you know what, Wheezy, that's not a bad thing to do. That's not a problem. And you know, we talked about it, and we both got what we wanted in the first place. See, you know, see how the world works together when you work. Teamwork. Shout out to my man Steve and Wheezy. Teamwork makes the dream work. Appreciate that, fellas. Man talk. Savage calm, baby. Savage calm. This is what we do. All right. So now let's go into the front of my phone news. This is what I do. I look up these new. Oh, And you know what? The first picture I see, it's Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. Never too much, never too much. We can do it. We can do it. So Will Smith pleads with Jada to stop discussing marriage in old IG live clips. Listen, listen. I'm gonna tell you this. Like later on, the main topic is all about our good friend Jada. So we're gonna, slowly get into this. Um, so the name of the topic is the spirit of Jada Bell. Y'all put those together in your minds. We'll discuss that a little bit later. But for the further phone news, this is the first picture I see. It's Jada Pinkett and William Smith. And he pleads for her to stop it with all this IG trying to look for clout because to be honest with you, I think Jada is torturing the man because she doesn't want to be with him. She's forcing him to divorce her, and he ain't having it. He's not having it. He doesn't want to get the divorce. He wants to. She's actually taking all his insecurities and using it against that man. But we're gonna get deeper into that. Um, let's see. What else do we have for some news? More. Will Smith is getting canceled in most of his upcoming events that he has planned due to this smack. To be honest with you, I still think it's fake. That part, I don't know about any other part where they're yelling about this or yelling about that, but I can tell you that there's a piece in here that we're all missing, and it's gonna come to light. It's gonna come to light soon. All right. So now let's see. Now let's just get into it. The main event. Let's do this main event. This Jada Bell here. Let's just talk about it. Actually, I'm gonna say this. The link is open. If anybody wants to come up and talk about it with me, I'll be happy. But in the meantime, we're gonna go to commercial. VSOB boys in the building. Natural skin bliss. Our product varies from body creams, massage oils, exotic soaps, scented sprays, oils, perfumes, and candles. And that's not where it ends. We supply so much more. Natural Skin Bliss isn't only a product, it's a blissful experience. Indeed it is. I am in the middle of coming up with my own oil. Me and the doc are putting, little scents together, trying to make $1 out of it. And we're working on it, little ingredients here, little scientific things here, and maybe you'll have the scent of a savage. Matter of fact, let's do that. In a man, every woman wants, every woman needs validation. The scent of a savage. It's hilarious. I know y'all making fun of my voice, but it's hilarious. Shout out. You know what I mean? Let's do it. So has anybody ever heard? Yeah, hold on. My fire stick works regular now. Yes, I guess. Always saying some shit, man. That's my man Steve right there. Definitely. Give a shout out to Steve. Shout out to Steve. Shout out. I'm working with this new soundboard. Ninja rigging things. But okay, down to it. Has anybody heard the story of Jezebel? The biblical Biblical Jezebel. Let's see. Let's see if we know anything about the Jezebel. So Jezebel, uh, well, what I get out of it, Jezebel is. What did you hear about Jezebel there, Kay? Talk to me. Like I said, everybody that's new in the chat, hello, how are y'all doing? Um, the link should be in there at the top. The link should be at the top, and that's if you want to. And if you don't see it, let me know. I'll drop it again. But the link is at the top if you want to come up. You don't have to show your face. You really don't. But you can come up and we can discuss this topic, the the Jada Bell. That being said, what I'm getting out of the Jezebel is that she was a beautiful whore. Hey, that's what it is. No, but she was. They said she was like like not really a seductress, man. I would actually put those two together, the Jezebel and the succubus. You put the Jezebel and the succubus together, and what do you get? Trouble, lots of fucking trouble. You get yourself a Jada Bell. She is the mixture. She used her sexuality to persuade a king and took his strength. That's an everyday thing. I know a lot of women that can do that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Women do that, naturally. But the thing about it is to have to use your sexuality and to have true power is to work together regardless. You work together to know what you want. You know what you want. You know that this person, or say you're married or in a relationship, the power of using your sexual seduction, your sexual ability, all to get what you want works in both favors. This is what a guy likes. It's what a guy wants to see. Um, but you have to keep into mind that guys aren't stupid. Guys are not stupid. We can see the dumb shit, and most guys like me call the dumb shit out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's just going to be. So if it's yeah, so if it's for a purpose of for you to get your negative fix off, then it will never work. It definitely won't work. It can work on the lamos who let you do that shit, and maybe they want to be manipulated. And some guys, you know what I mean, they don't know. They're not smart enough to pick on to these seductive ways of a woman that could actually sometimes ruin a man's life, depending if he's not paying attention or not, and then what her agenda is. And if her agenda is to use her sexuality and her poise, the everything about her, and also to use the ability to take all of your flaws and all of the shit that you know that you're vulnerable to and weak to, and use it against you to get what she wants. That, and if it's in a negative way, that also could destroy a man. Thus, being Mr. Smith. Um, everybody, the stories that are being told. My man, my man Steve said, "Hello, Queenies. Hello, Queenies. Hello to all the queens in the building, in the chat room. Say, hey. All right. So yeah, the a man being vulnerable to a woman's seductive and uh sexual ways. Like I said, any man can be seduced. Um, any man can be seduced by a woman, depending on the way she plays her part. But if it's for a negative, it's definitely not going to work for a man. And if it does work for a guy that you do that with, you have to realize that if you're doing it for a negative reason, it's going to come back to you regardless. And you would even like It's gonna come back. Trust. Karma's a bitch. Um, and that's not to sound all like, that's not me. I'm talking in general. That's just what happens when you want to go forth with a negative intentions towards anybody. So what I've seen from Jada was that, to be honest, the stories I've heard and the breakdown that I just saw the other day. Shouts out to I am Courtney from she was on the Lil Peep show, but she had the illest breakdown of Jada and Jezebel. It was so interesting. I could not even like stop watching, and it just made me think how like spirits, like these spirits inside you could be kind of real. You know what I mean? Like if you allow that negativity to eat at you, it could literally turn into a different you. You know what I mean? And you could act out on people. You never know what it could do. We only we don't even know half of the shit we're capable of doing because we don't really pay attention. Um, but she the way she broke it down, it was like she had the Jezebel spirit in her. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why I call her Jadabelle. She had the Jezebel spirit in her, and everything she has done to Will Smith is right out of the book of the Jezebel. You know what I'm saying? Like feeding and eating off his emotion, his weakness, and mind you, after she was done with August Alsina, he looked the same way. Like he looked like a zombie. Like this dude couldn't make no music no more, couldn't do anything. And he had interviews saying how it felt like Jada sucked the life out of him. How it sucked the life out of him. Like seriously, you have to really think about that. And nobody brought this up though. She was messing with Tupac, and then Tupac passed. She messed with August Alsina, and he looks like a zombie. He can't even go forward in nothing he does anymore. You know what I'm saying? And he looks crazy as hell. All you gotta do is look at the pictures in the time frame. And what else talk about over here? And I want to say, let's see. I gotta read the chats. Chat lives matter. Is it his fault for staying with her? I don't believe in divorce after marriage. It's why I'm not yet. Well, really. That being said, should he publicly shame her in a strategic way without disrespecting her? To be honest, all right. That's a good question. What I'm thinking here, Steve, is this right now should be his turning point. Right now, it should be his turning point. No, I don't care. Like I believe in when you're married, um, you stay together, you work it out, this and that. But he got years in, he put it in, and as a man, it comes to a point in time when you see that you like it's not even like a winning type of thing. When you see that that person don't want, like if somebody don't want you, if somebody is doing whatever it takes to push you away, and you keep running after that, you have no life, man. Like you should. I'm not gonna say this, but you have to really look at yourself and what you're doing, man. Like if you're chasing something that don't want you, that's the definition of a simp, to be honest with you. And if you want to be a simp, that's all well and good, but it's something to get disrespected by others, but it's something even worse to disrespect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yes, indeed, indeed, Lee. Years of disrespect. She's open about it. She's everywhere. Her red table, which the red table, what I mean, the work of the other side, the negative side. Like as soon as they gave her a voice, she started destroying the whole family brand. The whole family brand. Something Will Smith worked hard. He was a clean dude, been clean for 30 years until he wanted to be Tupac. I'm sorry to say, but he wants to be Tupac so bad, and that is the Jezebel trying to put that spirit of Tupac in him because that's what she wants. But like you were saying, Steve, it's time when a man is back against the wall, which it is, he's losing his worth, his self worth. You know, I don't care who you are. I really don't care who you are at all. Nobody should put up with someone trying to ruin someone's self worth. Like if they don't care about you, um, and they blatantly put it in your face that they don't give two shits about you, it's time to walk away because the men can be mental if you push them to the edge. And what I know, I'm speaking on myself. What I know about myself is I have the most patience in the world, the greatest patience, due to the thoughts and things that just regular thoughts of a human being. You know what I'm saying? Especially like a man being like a straightforward like soldier, like grizzly. I'm like a stone cold like wolf, man. Like that's what I take after the wolves. And we humbled most of the time, like, and we want to bite your fucking neck off, but we're humbled most of the time, and we watch and observe. We watch and observe. We watch and observe. We see a situation. You know what I mean? If it's something unnecessary to jump into or get emotional about, we step back on it. But when we see our back against the wall and you're trying to burn down the forest, there's nothing else to do but go straight through the fire and go right through you. That's the only way to live. But there's a time in a man's life where you have to make the choice that you're going to cross over and be the most dangerous thing that anybody has ever seen, or you're going to realize what you have and what your self-worth is, especially if you have kids. You know what I mean? Your self-worth has to be even higher because those kids need that. They need to see that. They need to experience that. You need to show them that and be around it and build stuff, build everything for them to want and see that. So that being said, it's time for him to move on. The kids are old enough to figure out what they want to do. They already are they identify as doing whatever the hell they want to do. So that's what they do. Um and let them, let them be. They're grown people. They'll realize what's going on. If they haven't, all you got to do is look left, look right, look forward, look back. And the news is everywhere. He is everywhere. Read up why the man has to go. Plain and simple. Yeah, let's do this. K Boogie in the middle. Did anybody see the interview when he talks about how he planned her for? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, K, you hit it right in the head. I just seen that shit today. 40th B Day for 3 years, and after all said and done, she told him it was ridiculous. It was a ridiculous event for his ego. She she never asked him for it. I know that code of words. Never asked you for it. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Y'all married. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god! Like, man, that position as a man, to put yourself in that position as a man, is the most is the worst. Oh, one of the worst things a man could ever go through when you're like in love with someone and like a man is like that's his pride. His girl is his pride. You know what I'm saying? His wife is pride, whatever like that. And if she is just like you're traditional, you want to stay married, you fell in love, your fault. It's all Will's fault for chasing her down and getting married to someone that said they didn't want to be married. You deal with like as a man, you have to deal with your consequences. But due to us making dumbass decisions, and we know that we have to carry the world on our shoulders and make the right decision at least 99.99.99999% of the fucking time without ever making a mistake. This is what has to be done. Um, so for him to make the mistake, he has to own up to it. He has to do what it takes to get himself back into the limelight of what he was, not in social media, within himself, that light within himself. He needs to go away from the succubus. He needs to get away from the Jada Bell, and he needs to find himself. He cannot like he's so close to losing his soul. And if y'all go look and do your research and look at August Alsina lost his soul. She took the soul at his weakest point. Oh, well, we're gonna get into something else. Speaking of Jada August Alsina, because this hasn't been said either. But I'm gonna bring that up in a minute. But if you look at the pictures, August Alsina's soul has been taken away from him. And if you look at Will Smith from about 4.5 years ago, maybe 4.5 years ago, you'll see Will Smith, his whole look compared to now. It looks like his soul is almost gone. And as you look at Jada Pinkett, as you look at her, you see her facial features and her body structure is changing. And if you really look at her, let me know what you think she looks like in all of those recent pictures, especially as a bald headed, a freshly shaved headed woman. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I'm not even going to bring up the. I'm not even going to bring up the name that um the ratchet chicks for the streets that are about to start using this name for their kids now. They're gonna start calling them alopecia. But but I'm not even gonna bring that up because it's unnecessary to bring up because that's not the point. That's not the reason why he smacked. Anyway, that had nothing to do with it. So I'm not even gonna bring that up. But that would be some crazy shit, right? If you know how our black women do with these names. And I don't blame it. Like now that I'm looking at it, I really don't blame it because it's like we're trying to if you really like not pronounce it or if you didn't know English and you tried to say it, it would look like one of those African names that you see in Africa, like whatever they say. Hello, my friend. I tell you something. My name is Hanan Wanda Buhan Finbida. I don't know what the fuck I just said, but just like man, it's to put the sh on everything. Everything's a sh before you say the name. All those and quiches and quishes and all those, you know what I'm saying? But the way it's they have 30,000 different spellings of it. And it's because I think our heritage just comes out. Our what we our ancestors just flow through our blood and it just tries to just come out at certain times. Like that's why we give our these names that we make up. I don't know where they come from, but they do. I have the rarest name. My name is biblical. I'm not going to say it out loud though, because that's not what we do on here. Savage Calm Entertainment, especially at Gym at Night. Well, let's see here. Let's look at the chat. Chat Lives Matter is 21 years old. Whew. Will. She stole his soul. I'm telling you. Dead serious. Stole his soul. He's losing his soul. He's definitely. Oh, man. Lee bugging on the alopecia Bayango. Hello. My name is Alopecia Bayongo. I am very happy to be in your country for right now. We are only women who want to appreciate the name of the Alopecia Bayongo. What you say? Oh, start with the Nigerian Fox accent, please. Why do you want me to start the accent? You know you like it. Yeah, let me stop because this just creeping me up. All right. So yes, back to the Jada Bell. As we can all see, Will Smith, Will Smith is losing his soul and his mind. I'm telling you. And I don't get it fucked up. Like he's old though. That's the problem. He's an older man, and it's happening now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sure I don't know. I think this is his first time with his soul being sucked out of his fucking chest. Seriously. Because I remember when I was in Will's shoes without the money, didn't have the money. Nope, didn't have the money. I was funnier than he was. And I had the illest high top fade. His was wrong. His was all jacked up. Mine was hot. Had the Kwame joint. But like I got my feelings and went through the wire with you know what I'm saying, with the thinking you're in love with a person, they that's like secretly not fucking with you, that cheating on you, all that type of shit. And you just do the dumbest shit all the time just because you think you're in love. And it just sucks the life out of you. It really does suck the life out of you. Luckily, my mind is the way it is. I did go through my trials and tribulations of depression and all that good stuff, but your boy jumps back. And luckily, I know that world now, and that'll never happen again. But Will Smith, on the other hand, I believe that he's been fighting all his life for validation from someone. You know what I'm saying? Someone special to him, someone that he feels special. Like he didn't get it from his father, mother, his wife, barely his kids. Like let's go to this. Let's go to this part. You have to really be a bitch. I mean, a stone cold succubus Jezebel, alopecia Bayango ass bitch to use that man's weaknesses to highlight your shit. And then the worst part is you brought his daughter, you brought his legacy into your fucked up situation, like on the road. How in the fuck is his daughter that don't know this nigga you in love with? How is she writing this man's letters to this man talking about come back so you can make me and my mom, so you make my mommy happy and I can be happy? How much are you talking about this man that's not your husband? That is not your husband. This man is past, gone, deceased. You probably killed him through your succubus ways. But how the fuck do you have his child writing letters to a man that you are in love with that she should know nothing about? This is insane. This is why you have, well, you can't really blame the light skin, but he's light skinned. Yes, we know that the way he did was some light skinned shit, but he's a man. And for and for him to even have the audacity, he didn't even think about it. This is why I still think it's staged, because there would be some hell in high water. Like, all right, he's gonna get it. Trust me. I would say Chris Rock, beautiful job as a black man. Beautiful job. Rare as shit for a black man to take this smack and go on with the show professionally. That is what needs to be praised the most right now. Not that not that Will Smith went up there and smacked him. He did some light skin shit. You know what I'm saying? But that this black man took a smack. I'm going to say, due to what they're putting out there, not knowing that he was going to get smacked, he took it like a champ and kept on with the jokes in the show. The man is professional. That's a man right there. I didn't know he had motherfucking 10 brothers too, or 9 brothers. Whew, shit. Will Smith, you better hide your shit. Hide your shit. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Because it's about to be a savage night. You know what I'm saying? As a grown man, we know this rule. It's a thin line between a man and your words. There's a very thin line between a man and their words. When men talk and it gets heated, somebody's capable of dying. Hold up. Okay, we said, Lee Lights, get out of it. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, I can't do it. You don't tell me how to leave the light skinned people out of it. Hashtag dark skin. All right. But like I said, like where was I? Where was I? See, you got me all confused with light skin shit. See, that's what light skin people do. Just interrupt the motherfucking show with your light skin shit. Go outside. Put up a sign that says light skin lives matter. Cause they do. You light skinned Jews. You Drake face ass motherfuckers. Just joking. You know, I love my light skinned people. Salute to Chris Rock. Yeah, salute to Chris Rock for being that dude. And that's exactly what he was. And we need to highlight and salute that man more often instead of going with this drama shit. He was a man about his and took that shit as a champion. You don't have to react to everything. But on the other hand, if it was me, I'm smart enough to know that this is not the place. This is not the place to get it done. I would have looked at him. My look would have probably smacked him back. My look would have probably made him leave and come back and call me from a phone and say, I am truly sorry for what I did, because he would have known that as soon as we get alone, I'm getting jiggy with it. I'm getting jiggy with it. I'm going to take that motherfucker to the Wild Wild West. I'm going to be the baddest boy you ever seen. And it's going to be 6 degrees of my fist in his ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit. That would have been he would have got his ass handed to him. Handed to him on sight. Tell him, Lee, on sight. It's like Chris Rock brother said, on sight, motherfuckers. That nigga said, this ain't the Oscars, baby. But back to the JADABELLE. Fellas, I have to tell you this, fellas. I have to tell you this. It's an alert, an alert, an alert. Alert. You have to pay attention to what is being done to your soul. Protect your soul, fellas. No matter what. There is a ton of Jezebel. Not professional like Jada. There might be some. But there's Jezebels, JADABELLES, and succubuses on the rise. Fellas, there's a crazy girl in our town. Oh, baby. That's just a little message for you. I'm telling you. Pay attention to your soul. Keep it righteous. Keep it straight. Know what you want. Know your purpose. Find your purpose. Always be the scientist to yourself. Know that know that everybody is capable of coming for you. Be alert. Stay on all 10. Stay on your square. And if you know you're right, stay and stick to your guns. Be the leader that you are born and always will be. Don't go around trying to lead without knowing you can. Always protect your temple, LGC says. Definitely. Your body is the temple, man. I'm telling you, I am literally filling my temple with power, respect, leadership, seeing ahead. I'm filling the temple with nothing but positive knowledge of where everybody's supposed to be, especially those who rock with me. Jim at night, baby. Jim at night, baby. And I definitely want to congratulate the boys I gotta congratulate the men. Let me stop this. Let me stop this. When you call yourself boys, you act like that. When you say meet me at the crib, your house becomes a spot for a child to grow up in, and you're the grown man being a child growing up in your own house. Let's cut this out. I'm gonna cut it out, fellas. Let's cut this out. We don't call each other boys no more. We try not to use the N word. It's time to step it up. We're men. We're men. We're leaders. We're the future, even though we're old. We can still build this savage-like world. Yodel, Yodel's the Oreo cookie. Bruh, bruh. You'll be shitting on yourself in a minute, watch. Shitting Oreos. Yo, shout out to Yanni Punani for being a professional ghost dick sucker. Shout out to her. I wanted to go a little bit more into detail with the JADABELLE, but the way it feels every time I think about this succubus, I find myself being sucked out of myself. I can't do it anymore. I'm no longer gonna beat on the dead horse of the JADABELLE. All I'm gonna do is send out some manpower, some man things, so Will could wake up and get rid of the succubus. Shouts out to my man Will Smith. No more simping when you're supposed to be pimping. no more simping, pimping. These are the words of Jim Savage, baby. All right, let's go to the chat. These look like they were having fun in the chat. Let me say I'm filling my temper with Oreos and shit. Yep, you gonna shit on yourself. Sounds good. As you see, what's the Oreos? Everybody's laughing at Steve, big head ass. I know where I'm going when I die. Where you going? Where you going, bro? Where you going? Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory, motherfucker? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to repeat this. Subscribe to the page. Savage Comment Entertainment is on the rise. Get those likes up every time you watch any of our content. And if you do like our content, you can hit up that Cash App, $ Security Strong. We are getting better and better. And this Sunday, we have Savage Sports with Steve again, holding it down. He did fucking awesome for the first show. Fucking awesome. Everybody give a round of applause for my man Steve for Savage Sports. He will have an intro this Sunday. Oh yeah, it's coming. And speaking of intros, I know y'all love this. I know y'all love that Gemini intro. I don't give it. I love 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 it. It's simply marvelous. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Jim Savage. Nothing but love for everyone and everything that we do in life. Men, let's keep our heads up, keep our dicks down, and let's handle some business. It's your Aqua Omega Alpha, Jim Savage.